Yo, what is going on, boys? Been a hot minute since I dropped content on YouTube, and I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what I'm doing, right? And instead of doing an individual tip video, here's the offense, here's the defense, all that type of stuff, I went ahead, took a gameplay from the other night. I was streaming on both Twitch and on YouTube, and as you can see, I am the Patriots in this gameplay. My opponent tries to cheat me by running across the line of scrimmage. Throwing a pass, we'll take that penalty right there. But as you'll see, I have, since my last video, started running a completely different defense and a completely different offense. And I wanted to go ahead and just kind of show you what I'm doing. Right now, if you want a more in-depth breakdown of anything I'm doing, you can get that either on MaddenDaily.com or you can get it on Discord. I do have my private Discord for all of the guys that follow me, and that's where I break down a lot of my stuff. So here nor there, let's go ahead and kind of get into this gameplay. As you'll see, this is not a very clean gameplay for me, and I don't like uploading games where everything goes perfectly fine, and as you'll see throughout the course of this game, pretty much nothing goes well for me early. And matter of fact, nothing really goes well for me even late, as you guys will see. But overall, you see I am able to go ahead, get a stop. And offensively, you guys can see that I am in the pistol playbook, right? So that's one of the first unique things about me is I am really enjoying this pistol offense. I do bounce between a couple different formations. You have your pistol bunch tight end, your pistol trips, and then also your pistol tight slots. Now, right there, I go ahead. I threw a flat pass, did not high point it, completely my fault. I did not expect a defensive end in a flat zone to pick me off right there. I was throwing to the wheel route in verticals, and yeah, crazy pick by him. That's the new Lurk Artist ability. And as you guys can see, he gets a pick 6, and we're in a hole. So right off the bat, I made the mistake. I didn't high point that. Didn't really think I needed to, but apparently I did. So we are down 7. And here you see I'm going back to the well. My opponent is running the meta 4-3 even 6-1, where he is running, it's called Mabel coverage, where you have your outside corners in either 30 or 25-yard flats. You then have your outside linebackers in normally 5-yard hard flats, right? And then you have your 2 safeties up top, either in deep halves or inside quarters with match. Just that's the general premise of that defense. Now, the thing that he did pretty well is little things. Like, he knew what he was doing. Like, as you saw, I don't know if you were paying attention right there, but he moved his outside left cornerback back farther. And even though he's not pressing, just getting that added depth is going to make it pretty much impossible for me to throw over the top of him. So right off the bat, I know I'm going to have to tack over the middle of the field, and I know I'm going to be able to run the ball, right? So one of the main reasons I am in this pistol playbook is because I have the ability to really run the ball pretty much at will against most defenses, specifically your dollars and over G for the most part. 4-3 even, 6-1 is probably the best at stopping the run game, but even then it's not really a dominant run defense. So as you can see, a lot of the play setups is pretty much the same. That time he went to blitz me, I had multiple people open. I threw the drag, hit him with a juke, fought in for the touchdown. So 7-7. And as you can see, we're playing well. I mean, we threw a pick 6, but we got to stop on our first drive. And we threw the pick 6. We got the ball back. We scored. So at this point in the game, I've accounted for every touchdown. Just, tossing that out there. But yeah, so he's in bunch. He's in, I believe, West Coast, because I do believe he runs stick. He runs verticals. He runs a couple match beaters, even though I'm not in match. And you'll see throughout the course of this game, he gets to the point where he spams verticals. And, I mean, one of the best things in the game here, thought I should have lurked him. Apparently my 6'6 linebacker, even with Lurk Artist, doesn't jump. That's what I get for using a linebacker in Madden. But, you know, his picked off a wheel route. I can't pick off a route where I'm pretty close to it, I felt like. But here nor there. Yeah, it's going to be end of the quarter right there. He's driving. He's doing pretty well. And we're screaming, right? So we're going to scream on offense. We're screaming on defense. And we're running the nickel 3-3. And we have the ability to do this out of multiple plays. You saw in the first drive, I was doing it out of a cover 2. This time I'm doing it at a cover 4. And really, knowing he's in verticals and he's pretty much spamming it, I'm trying to get him to hike throw that crosser right to my safety, like that's on that inside quarter. Now, for whatever reason, I don't know who my strong safety even is, but he just didn't really make many plays. You'll see even when I'm cross-manning him, like right here, I cross-man him on the tight end, and he kind of gets beat there. Sean Taylor, pretty outdated at this point. My team is not the most up-to-date, I would say. I mean, I've got a lot of outdated players. I'm not going to buy new players until the next tournament. So I'm playing with, speed disadvantage and stuff, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, unless you're in man coverage, I don't feel like speed truly matters in this game. And then unless it's abilities, like they kind of all play the same in my opinion. So right here, we're going back to bunch. This is pistol bunch. You can see we're going to try to hit him with a angled post. And I thought he was in a deep half. He was running the match version right there. It's completely my fault again. That's just a bad read. Like, if he's in a deep half, that's an easy completion. But yeah, he's in match with the inside quarter. And although he should have stayed running on that streak, I felt like he just played that angled post route perfectly. So yeah, I mean, we're in a bad spot. We're down 3. We've thrown 2 interceptions now. Not playing good on offense at all. Luckily, I do have very good bunch defense. So I feel like I'm playing solid in bunch. It helps that he is not in bunch offset, meaning he can't block his tight end. So I know pretty much I can scream at him pretty much at all times. Here, once again, 6'6". Thought I would jump. Yeah, not going to happen. So he's able to highball that, get it over top of me. Luckily, he drops it. And yeah, as you see, verticals, right? I mean, most good bunch players absolutely spam verticals. And then this is really kind of a bad read on his part. He just quick hiked mesh post. And instead of like taking his check down, he chucked it to me. I mean, clearly he didn't see me there, but yeah, don't really know what he was looking for on that play. I guess maybe he didn't think I'd be on that safety. Not really sure. So 7-10, right? I'm down 3. I'm playing miserable on offense, and like I said, I like showing these gameplays where I'm not playing my best. Like, if I'm beating everybody 21-0, 28-0, so forth, like, it's hard to really truly learn from mistakes. Here, once he's mixing up his coverage shell, I went to that. I threw it late, thinking he was going to still be in match, and his outside safety was not, or his strong safety, I mean, was just not in match coverage that play. So when he picked me off on the streak / angled post combo, he was in match. That time he wasn't. So he's making adjustments. And here I kind of get tired of, and you'll see like on this drive, I get tired of attacking him over the middle of the field. And I start going more so to the sidelines. There I went to the corner route. Here we're going to go ahead and I'm going to try to throw the tight end drag. I used the wheel route to the running back right there to pull any zone that was out there back. It's a very simple, very common match beater, especially if they have like a purple out there. They're 0-yard flat or they're 5-yard flat. It'll go with the wheel route. And you see I start to attack with a lot more of these drags, right? So with set feet lead, I can throw those pretty late, as you saw. And here, once again, we're going to corner strike. I'm going to look to attack the sidelines. Like, his flat zones are set so far back that I can throw both my posts, or excuse me, my corner and my C route underneath his 30-yard flat. There, I don't know what happened, to be honest. My left tackle just dumbed out. DN came B gap. Doesn't happen ever. Not quite sure why it happened there. So yeah, the 4th and 11, I've got to hit him with a dot here, and luckily we get a little bit of time in the pocket. I get him to chase that tight end post route. I had the curl route underneath it, and it worked out perfectly for me, right? So here I go to strong power, trying to kind of settle myself down. I feel like I'm getting frustrated offensively, and you can kind of tell. Like, I have Mabel beaters. I have the ability to attack his zones. I know how to attack when he's in pretty much everything. And right there, throw a delay route, and I'm apparently colorblind. Threw right at him. Didn't hit the wrong button, didn't do anything, literally chucked it right to his user. And just like that, I've now thrown 3 picks in this game, and I am down 10-7. Luckily, I do get the ball at half, and I've got to get a stop. So here you see we're back in cover 4. I'm cross-manning his post. I've got the running back and the tight end manned up, fully expecting verticals right here. He goes ahead, runs a wide receiver cross, I believe is the name of the play, has a touchdown, doesn't hit it. He missed the read right there. Luckily, the ball isn't completed inbounds. So he goes back to verticals here, hikes, throws the wheel route. Even though I cross-man the wheel route that time, expecting him to be on a drag, he's on the wheel. He gets it. Here we go back with the normal non-cross-man, just man up the tight end, man up the running back. And you see we get the A-gap pressure coming in right there, and we get the sack. So 2nd and 18 now. Kind of doing the same thing, right? We're going to bring this A-gap pressure all the time because we can dumb out the running back if he blocks. And then if he doesn't block, then he's got to make a pretty quick read. And he's throwing very close to my user a lot throughout the course of this game. Sean Taylor being a little bit slower than some of these receivers, ultimately not able to make a play right on there. He goes ahead, runs the ball. And here you think he's playing pretty conservative. Like, he should be trying to score a touchdown here, and instead it felt like he was kind of playing for a field goal. Here we're going to go ahead, we're going to blitz the middle linebacker. We've got the flat to the right, and this is a crazy lurk. I don't know what he did with his pass lead right there. I think he definitely threw it late, but he tried to freeform that like to the sideline and just like down and away, which he needed to do to get it away from the the outside corner. But that was such a bad throw, and the guy was 6'4". He jumped up and actually lurked it. Computer finally made a play for me. So we get the ball at half. Nothing happened after that pick till halftime. So now 7-10. I'm down 3, but I do have ball. We're going to go ahead and basically take what the defense gives us. Like, I had to settle down in this game, and I was streaming this, so I was talking to the chat. The stream is still up if you guys wanted to watch it with live comm. But you can see, like, I know how to beat Mabel. It's not like he's doing anything super crazy. The one thing I will say that he did that gave me some issues, and it's only gave me issues because you don't see many people do it, and that is taking his outside linebackers and dropping them into vert hooks. So he had really shallow vert hooks that he would just randomly drop the outside linebackers into. And I couldn't for the life of me figure out why he was doing it. So here you see, like, I'm starting to play around with hitches, right? I want him to guard with the hitch. Here, I finally get his user in a pickle. He either has to guard the hitch, and then it leaves open the wheel route, and it leaves open the crosser. Set feet lead allows me to throw that crosser before the Mabel coverage. But the one thing I did notice, he also moved his outside corners into shallower flats. So by throwing that shallow crosser that I did right there, I could tell that he's no longer in 30-yard flats. So that's something that I paid attention to, because like actually right here you'll see like I go to bench, and I have the ability to throw this tight end over, but he backs off that left corner. So we just go ahead, we go to run the ball. He plays great run defense there. And you can see at this point it's a chess match. It truly is a chess match, and it's almost to the point where, like, even though I know what he's doing and he knows what I'm doing, it's like a game of inches basically. Like right there, that C route absolutely torches 30-yard flats, but he's dropped his flats to that 20-yard mark. So when I threw that, I still had to kind of undercut that, and really makes kind of a difficult thing. Here he goes to blitz. I highball. Notice I highballed that wheel route. Jamar Chase decided perfect time to spec catch it. Luckily, he doesn't drop it. He breaks the tackle, and we get into the end zone. That should have been an easy rack for a touchdown. Not quite sure why he felt the need to spec catch that, but he did. Here we go ahead. Night Train Lane gets dumbed out on the vertical wheel route. Night Train Lane, probably the worst corner I've used all year. Like, just in terms of, I can't name a single play he's made for me, and I've had him since he dropped. So, yeah, Night Train, not my favorite card by any means. Here we go. He's picking up, not the blitz, but he's dinking and dunking, throwing his drags. He's kind of caught on to the fact that I am mixing in the man coverage on the tight end and also on the running back. And then I'm playing with my user trying to bait the post, right? That vertical's post route or cross or whichever one you want to call it. I'm trying to bait that right there. I didn't man up the running back, so I had to bite down. He made the right read, threw over the top me to the post. Perfect. It was a perfect play call for him. Here, he actually sets him on a post route and not the crosser. And you can see I wasn't really ready for that one. He gets down to the 1 yard line. It's one of those things. If he doesn't have gift wrapped, then he probably drops that. He does have gift wrapped. I mean, it's just the way the game is. It was a good read, knowing his abilities and all that. It was a tight throw, but he was able to fit that one in there. So, first and goal from the one. The one thing I will say about this 3-3-5 defense that I'm running is my run defense is not nearly as good in those situations. It's not nearly as good as when I run 1-4-6. So here, start of the fourth quarter, money drive time. You see we go back to the run. I'm averaging 7.5 yards a carry. I can run pretty much at will if I don't try to hit him with the big play with the strong power. Strong power is very hit or miss. Like I'll either lose 4 yards or I'll pick up 15, 20, 30 yards. Here I go back to bunch. I can't afford to really take too many sacks here, so you see I go to some play action plays. That'll stop the disengage up the middle. And then that also allows me to freeze those linebackers. So like right there on that last play, you saw that the linebacker kind of got stuck in the middle of the field, and that was because of the play action. Here, we use the play fake screen wheel. Really good play at attacking Mabel coverage because nothing will guard the smoke screen. You can't actually hot route smoke screens, for those of you that don't know, at that position. So, yeah, back to the run game here. Pick up the first down, and I'm in a weird spot because I'm moving the ball very effectively on this drive, but I haven't really chewed the clock yet. So I'm in a situation where I either need to score very quickly, or I need to like slow it down and try to milk out the clock. But even if I try to milk, I'm not really going to be able to. So you can see a lot of my reads, like that read right there, is really designed to go downfield. Like I'm trying to score it quick here because I want to make it to where he can't clock me out of the game. Here you see, I realize that I've got chew clock on. I believe I have chew clock on. If not, I do it after this play right here. But like I'm taking my time. I really want to not make this the last possession of the game because I won't be able to do that, but to really make it to where he doesn't have a lot of time. Here you see I've picked up on the majority of his tendencies. right? So I've caught on to the fact that he's dropping the defensive end opposite where my running back wheel route would go. He's putting him into a vert hook. So I knew that I could hit him with a drag right there. Takes it to the 2-minute warning. No point in really rushing that. So now it's 2-minute warning. He's got all of his timeouts. I'm going to go ahead and try to take a little bit of clock before taking a shot to the end zone. Plays great run defense. He actually manned up his safety on the running back right there. I don't know if he actually audibled two-man or if he just happened to man him up. Here we're going to go to bunch. And this is a setup that I absolutely love out of verticals because it really forces them to pick and choose which person they guard. Right there, I kind of got spooked. The defensive end showed that he was going to disengage, so I tried to roll up out of the pocket, didn't have anything open. But at the same time, I'm not super worried, if that makes any sense, because there's a minute 32 in this game, and ideally, I take this whole clock with me. So you see right here, we go to the trips. This is going to be a wheel flat hitch post combo. And yeah, we're able to pick up an easy first down right here. Now it's 1st and goal, minute 25 on the clock. He's going to start taking his timeouts. So at this point, I can't milk this game away. So I tried to dumb out his hook zone, I believe, on this play. Or no, I'm gonna run here. And then on the next play, I'm going to use the delay route to dumb out his flat zone, which will allow the drag to be wide open. As you'll see, I'm putting the tight end on the delay fade. I've got the drag wheel flat combo to the opposite side. He's going to get stuck in the middle of the field. And I don't know what that throw was. I didn't feel like I was throwing on the run. It triggered as a throw on the run, and it just went straight to the DB. So obviously I'm in a bad spot. Like, I've got my 3 timeouts. But yeah, like, that's the 4th interception I've thrown. I feel like I got absolutely screwed on that. He comes out. At that point, I was on tilt because of the throw. I wasn't super locked into what formation he came out in. Comes out in doubles, runs an RPO, and yeah, picks up 6 yards. Obviously, I'm in a not so good spot, so I set up some run defense here, and I'm expecting the linebacker to shoot in through the gap. He doesn't, but the D tackle disengages, and we're right there to stop him. It's 3rd and 6. We're going right back to it. I feel like I've played great defense throughout the course of this game. So we're going to go ahead, man up the running back, man up the tight end, take away the short throws, and force him to try to fit that crosser in over top of me. He doesn't risk it, takes the sack. 4th and 7 and punts. I mean, I have no timeouts at this point, obviously, so I've got 35 seconds left on the clock. And yeah, I'm in a bit of trouble. So I know going into this sequence, and this is probably the thing you can learn most about this video, is I've been paying attention a lot to what he's doing with his safeties. A lot of the time, he is leaving them in match, which means that if they're in match with the inside quarters, then I need to go ahead and attack deep. So you'll see, very first play of this drive, I'm going to pistol trips. I'm going for the touchdown at this point. Pistol trips. I know that he's going to Mabel that outside left guy. I have the 3 guys going deep. I have the wide open touchdown. Don't get the ball off. Aikman decided to wind up on that throw. I threw it a bit late, but I wanted to make sure. Go for the high ball, doesn't get in. So here I'm thinking he's not going to give me the same thing, and he's going to go for a deep half. And you'll see that I'm going to use an inverted like streak. And the fact that he inverts, it throws off that outside half. He goes to the other side, and we go ahead, and with the inverted streak and the wheel route, we have a touchdown. So him Mabling this entire game, I finally went to one of my Mabel beaters on back-to-back plays, hit him with 2 different ones. He was not ready. We get the touchdown, take the lead, 21-17. And at this point, I'm in cover 4. I'm sending heat. And if he makes the catch, he makes the catch. once again, he doesn't have time to really get deep. And you'll see right there, we give him whatever route that was, I think the wheel route. Here we'll go ahead, do something very similar. Basically, just make sure we're not going to get beat deep. He goes with stick, and we get the sack. That's going to be ball game. And I don't know if I could have played any worse offense until I absolutely needed it. And that is why I think this was the game of the year for me.